Well, we were just wondering what the rates were, the average rate right now. Housing is still expensive. You might find a deal or two here and there, but if you're in the city or a suburb close to the city, man, housing prices are expensive.
6.81.
And then with that rate too, geez Louise.
Actually, I got a more.
And that's just the average. Like I was talking to a couple of my buddies that their prime rate right now, no points, is over 7% for a 30-year fix. There you go.
This is we are as of today.
As of today, 7.14.
Damn it. 7.14%. And you know what? I'm going to flip over to how much houses cost now. Because you think raising interest rates would teeter people away?
It normally does that. If rates go up, housing will go down. If housing goes up, rates go down. But
here's the medium sell price. You see this black line? This was last year. And then right here, like, oh no, rates are coming up. So people are trying to sell the house and the houses will become more affordable. Until next year, this blue line that catches up. And then at this season time, boom, like 45-degree angle. Caught up to last year.
Dude, I'm looking at the orange one, 2021. Look at the difference.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to see 2020? It was under 300 for our average house in the U.S. And now it's at 384 right now. It's about to cross 385.
I feel like that 384 is for like houses like an hour away from the city.
Dude, look at this though. Look at that projection. It's still like
12% year over year. Look at that.
What do you do with that? Like,
housing's going up. There's not enough inventory out there, and it's.
I'll bring up inventory.
It's gonna crash. It always crashes. We go in cycles.
See, I mean, we talked about it. It's a flat line of inventory, and if I was a builder, I'd be talking to all the builders and be like, hey, I know we're all here to make money, but we're at a good peak where if we build too much, we'll have an increased supply and we'll have no other choice but to drop prices. Do we all want that? Let's have an agreement and just be like, hey, this is a good, in the high 700s of total houses, active listings in the U.S., that's where we want to be. Let's stay there. This is where we maximize our profits. Can't get any better than this. We know what it was like in 2008.
Well, builders are still building because we just drove to your house yesterday and saw all these neighborhoods going up.
Yeah, but steady pace though. That's what I'm arguing is that they're doing it. They're going to continue to build. Yeah, they want to make money, but at a steady pace. If they build too much too fast, they'll start losing money.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to build. You can't stop building. You won't make money. But if you build too much, you also won't make as much money. But this perfect steady pace right here. This is where they're maximizing their money because we just saw the new medium prices for homes. It's like way up there.
Well, the new builds, you do the pre-sale and you could sell out and then you start building.
See, look, new listings, medium prices. This is the houses that are just up for 2 weeks. So that crossed more than last year. Isn't that crazy?
Last year sucked. This year sucks. Next year sucks.
New listings overall in the country are flat. Like what do you do with that, Luke? What do you do with that?
I don't know. Nothing.
At this point, do you just tell people, if you want a home, you have to get in now?
And then just wait for I have a buddy of mine just bit the bullet and just bought a new house in Ahwatukee. And his rate's 7+ right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is renegotiating because the AC, they found out the AC is going to go out. And he's going to renegotiate points in the loan so his rate will be lower. And he'll just buy AC unit. But he's the same boat. Like, rates have to come down sometime. So within the next year or two, he'll be able to refinance. But all these people with low rates, you're not.
I've heard this argument that the current state of the housing market, we're going to be feeling this for till the end of the decade, where it's just unaffordable. It keeps going up in price. You can keep throwing interest rates at it to deter people away, but there's still going to be someone who's going to buy it all cash and not worry about interest.
The ultra rich and the companies that can do that. But as far as affordability, we've already passed that line. We're way beyond unaffordable. Way beyond unaffordable. Like, even some 2-income families can't afford the house they want.
Right. So what do you do with the middle class now? Middle class is going away because
they're going to build tiny homes.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's like the new thing.
That's
I'm like,
gonna be the new thing. Watch.
how about F you, man? How about F you? If you're telling me it's okay to have a tiny house, but you have a big house, F you, big time.
Yep.
They're trying to make it cool, normal, hip,
yeah, they're trying to
whatever.
make it
Tiny
cool.
homes, you know,
Container homes and stuff like that. They're trying to make that cool so you can.
under 100, under 1,000 square foot. You know,
Yeah.
it's all you need.
Yeah.
You know, and then they'll have like stupid shows.
200,000
like,
for a 1,200 square foot home.
yeah,
Oh,
you're gonna see things
Or under 1,000. You're right. Under 1,000 square foot.
under 1,000 square foot. I guarantee you, there's gonna be like news pieces about
Yeah.
people acting like they're happy about their
Eco-friendly
house.
and so
Yeah,
good for
it's
the environment. Like, shut
friendly,
up.
small carbon footprint. I feel so good, and then you know it's very affordable, and I love living here. All my basic needs.
Oh, less space, less clutter. Shut
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna see it. They're gonna try and make
Oh,
it
it's
into a
happening.
positive
It's
spin.
happening.
You're gonna be like, "F you, dude."
Yeah. I wouldn't mind a tiny home for like a second home, like in the woods
Oh, sure, it's a second home.
or
Sure.
on the beach. Even I saw a bunch of new tiny homes on some beach that they were advertising. I was like, that is cool, like a little tiny two bedroom 2-story house. And then I saw the price, like $1 million. No thanks.
We by the beach though. That's
You're on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Which $1 million.
It's the location thing, but
The whole location, like
yeah, I mean, just to come back a little bit with the housing. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do with housing right now? Like, how do you get average people who make a decent income? I mean, to get a house, you have to combine incomes, but wages are not moving up,
Nope.
especially at the rate of how fast prices of a house goes up now, and now higher interest. It's like they almost don't want people to buy a house.
well, that's on purpose. They don't want people. Oh, it's. I mean,
Who can buy it right now?
housing 7% on a $400,000 home is so expensive, and that $400,000 house isn't even nice
Right.
anymore. You have to move out far to get a decent house.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You know, it's just, it's insane. It's insane.
Mhm.
There's no solution right now. I mean, rates need to come back down so you have more purchase power. Right now, you have no purchase power. At 7%, you're dying.
Is it a weird thing that it's just like people who came from states like California where cost of living was higher, but they had to work their way up to make that income so they could adjust to that high cost of living, and then when they finally have that money and they sell their house and like, you know, screw it, I have the means to work remote or something. Let's go somewhere a little bit east, like in Arizona or Texas or something, where the
happens all the
houses
time.
are very affordable. When they come in big waves doing that,
And they can leave it. It happened. I had so many people from California, big down payments on houses. Like, yeah, we sold our house that we were living in for 20 years, and we're gonna transfer over here, or my husband can work remote, so we're gonna buy a house in Tempe. Blah blah. I'm like, wow, you can afford this because you're putting $200,000 down. Your payment's gonna be super low because the rate's low, but it's not fair if you see people that have, like, for me even, like 2.25% interest rate. Like, you're not gonna see that on a 30-year. That's insane. I wish I would have known then what I know now. I would have cashed out every drop of equity and bought another house. But I wasn't thinking that way. Now you have to get 7%. That's like not fair. That's almost discriminating. Almost like you can have a case that you're being discriminated against. And they'll tell you, oh, it's the market, this and that. Well, the market is the housing price. You know, why you have two different calculations, one for interest rate, one for housing. And there'll be people that try to correct me and tell me this and that, but one has to come down, either the house price or the interest rate to be able to afford something, right? So, and then a lot of people, they can't afford the 20% down. So they're doing the 3% minimum to get into the house. Now there's companies that will let you get into a home for 1%. That's so setting up for failure. So right now, what are you looking at? A calculation? What your
I'm looking
payments?
at a calculator of like how much it would cost for, like, say, a $400,000 house. You put into 20% down payment, but the interest rate's at 7.14%. Where the hell is the monthly payment on this? Oh, it's right there in front of my face. Haha. So let me zoom in so the people watching can see. So right here, $2,500 a month. So if you buy a house, 400,000, you
That's
put
with
in
20% down too.
That's with a 20% down. With a 20% down.
All right, change that interest rate right now to 2.5.
Oh my goodness. It's like almost $1,000 difference.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot.
12 grand a year.
That is a lot. I mean, shoot, anything under 2,000 was awesome.
Yeah, anything under 2,000 is legit. Well, it depends too. Like some people can afford a $4,000 payment.
There's still apartments out there that are okay-ish. That you still get for under 2,000, but then
Yeah.
okay, I mean, renting is cheaper than a mortgage, and that's tough because then you're stuck.
Yeah.
And you have to come up with a plan to.
But a lot of people don't have plans. They don't have money to put down. There's so many people I try to help that have no money. I'm like, dude, what makes you think you can buy a house?
Well, here's the thing now. Okay, they're gonna have PMI. That's why we're trying to avoid PMI. Is 20. That's why you keep telling people 20% down. For people to get $80,000 to save up for that, it's almost impossible. Yeah. It's very hard. So now you see these programs like 1% down, 3% down, but you still have to pay a PMI. So it's all about that monthly cost. But some people just barely make the monthly cost, but everyone's getting a piece of your pie, getting a piece of your money, right?
Yeah,
the PMI.
You'll be house poor because they let you go up to like 50% now, and that's before taxes on your income. So if you have like a commission job,
50% what? Debt to income ratio?
Debt to income. So if you have a commission job you're getting taxed 40% on, how do you afford that house? Because even a normal person that's getting taxed 15% on their W-2. Yeah, you're saying 50% debt to income, but actually it's higher than that. Plus, there's the everyday expenses like utilities, your gas on your car. Or after you buy your house, your car dies and you have to get a car payment. Like you're like working to stay alive at that point. And it's like scary.
It's very scary. It really is. If you're in a position where you seriously can't save money, because I always say this, crap always happens. Car breaks down, AC breaks down. You need
water heater breaks down.
Yeah,
your roof has a hole when you have a monsoon. You're like, holy cow!
You have zero in savings, so now you have to get more debt to pay that off. Now you're paying more interest, and you're gonna stay in debt until you figure out a way to make more money to get out of that debt.
Yep.
Or credit card debt is horrible. When you have that 20+% APR. It's like you're paying so much money.
29%.
Yeah, I've seen them up there. You see it.
I see it all the time. The credit card debt is like insane. And then those payments the minimum payments, like nothing goes to the principal. It's all for the interest, like $35 a month. And that's all they're paying. Their balance of $3,000 never going down.
I know.
It's never going down. In fact, if you do the minimum, some of these cards, it adds to it, which is crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole financial responsibility, but like some people are just not ready for it, and something happens, and they have to pay it on a credit card, and they're just stuck from there.
Well, that's for housing. Rates are too high, 7.25 or whatever. Good luck buying a house. Thanks for watching our clip. If you want to see more clips like this, and you like our views, like the show, click here for some more clips. If you want to hear the whole podcast, watch the whole podcast, click here for the whole podcast. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll get back to you. Thank you, and have a great day.